Hello, this is Tom Cox. I'm with Cummins Engineering out of Springfield. We've got this project here for Jersey County, in Jersey County. I'm going to bring up a location map next. Okay, so this is County Highway 9, located just west of Jerseyville. Runs from Illinois 16 down to Otterville, Main Street in Otterville. Functional classification, it's a major collector. History of the project, back in 1996, there was a 3R project, and this roadway was improved for a 50 mile per hour design speed. So the super elevations were improved for 50 miles per hour, as well as the vertical alignment. There were two vertical curves that were also improved for the 50 mile per hour design speed. So the vast majority of this project really has been rehabbed in the past, but that was 96, and now we're coming back with a safety project, and it's in an overlay project as well, along with some other improvements. The funding, like I said, is HSIP, and then it's also STR. So as far as that goes, the ESR was recently submitted. There's really no anticipated environmental concerns with the project. I did want to mention that at the intersection of Illinois 16 and County Highway 9, that District 8 is working on an intersection improvement project. I don't think it's funded right now, but I know they are working on the project. So anyway, as far as where we're beginning the project, it's you can see here 10 plus 65. So we're not going right up to the edge of pavement. We're backing off a bit just because District 8 has that project coming up. Okay, we actually chose a design speed again of 50 miles per hour, and that's really just based on the overall corridor. The fact that the project's already mostly been brought up to a 50 mile per hour design speed. The local roads manual, chapter 33 for major collectors, does call for a minimum of 40 miles per hour for rolling conditions. But again, we're going for 50 miles per hour, which will lead to the need for one design variance. That design variance was requested at Curve 7, and again on this project we will be submitting for a design variance as well, but I'll talk about that in a little bit here. As far as the ADT, it varies throughout the project, but on the far north side of the project is where the ADT is the highest, and it's about 1,800 in that area, and then it drops off to, on the far south end, to about 1,100. The total roadway width is 30 feet, and that's the existing condition. You've got 12-foot lanes in each direction, as well as a 3-foot aggregate shoulder. That's the existing condition anyway. There is one bridge located within the project limits. It's a precast, pre-stressed bridge. The only work that we're proposing at that bridge is to replace the wearing surface of the bridge. Let's see, I'm just checking my bullet points here on my notes. Let's see, as far as the profiles go, the maximum grade is 7%. Like I said, it is or does have a rolling terrain, especially through the middle of the project. The minimum radius is 923, and again that's at Curve 7. Again, we're going to come back to that curve. No right-of-way on this project. We thought maybe we would, because we do have several spot locations where we're improving the four slopes to, here we go, improving the four slopes to a minimum of 3-to-1. With the exception of, at the, like I said, there's quite a few guardrail locations. I think there's roughly 17 guardrail runs where the four slope beyond the guardrail there is 1-to-2. And the vast majority of this project, the four slope is 1-to-3, but there are a few steeper locations. And so anyway, we anticipated needing some right-of-way, but since then we've run cross sections and it does not appear that right-of-way will be required. Next, crashes. As you can see, there are some crashes on this project, especially in the curves area, especially really in this particular area towards the south end of the project. Throughout the curves, we have both vertical and horizontal curves through there. Okay, as far as the work that we're proposing on this project, with it being a safety project, we are proposing to add 3-foot HMA shoulders, and those shoulders will include an 8-inch rumble strip at the edge of pavement, as well as at the center line. So for the entire length of the projects, there will be 8-inch rumble strips on both the edge of pavement and at the center line, as well as RPMs, and then also one other improvement, because many of the crashes were wet weather related. We're proposing preform pavement marking Type D grooved, which is ideal for wet weather conditions, and that's what District 8 recommended, and that's what we're planning on using at this time. We're also replacing some of the signs throughout the project and actually adding some signs as well. Let me jump over here to some photos. Okay, I thought I had a picture of my advisory sign. I guess I don't. In any case, there are two curves that have advisory 45-mile-per-hour signs. Right now there's only signs in the northbound direction. We plan on adding advisory signs at the same location in both the northbound and the southbound locations. Other improvements, just of course we had to tie into the side roads, so you have a little bit of surfacing there. We do have a pavement slide situation that we're evaluating right now. The plan for that is just to add some under drain because it seems to be mostly stabilized at this time. One other thing is on the far south end of the project, there's rutting at the intersection. We're planning on adding 200 feet of PCC pavement in the southbound lane only. And again, that's due to rutting. As far as the resurfacing goes, soon we'll be doing pavement cores so we can get our pavement design finished. We are considering either CIP or HIP, cold in place recycled pavement, or hot in place, depending on that situation. Once we evaluate the pavement a little bit closer, once we get the cores, and we are also considering it more of a traditional binder and surface, but again, we need to wait until we do the pavement design to decide exactly what that's going to be. And then the last bullet point, as I've already mentioned, is that we do have a few four slopes where we're flattening them to 1-to-3. I think I did mention that there was previously an HSIP project where we replaced all the guardrail already, except for at the bridge. Some of those locations, I'll go back to the typical real quick here. The guardrail is right up to the edge of our proposed HMA shoulders. And in those locations, just for constructability, we will be replacing the rail element of the guardrail. Just removing and replacing it, again, just for constructability purposes. And that's about it. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.